Alright, well, I figure, you know what, why not? We're not quite at the end of 2024, but let's just make a quick tier list of all the games I've played this year. It's gonna be just gonna go through the tiers and include both games that are new releases this year and also games that I played for the first time this year. I'll just go tier by tier. Nothing in S tier. There were some really good games, but nothing I thought, really stood out as, a must-play type experience this year. I don't know. But I did have a lot of stuff over in A tier. Now, these aren't, organized, leftmost is first and worst is to the right. It's just sort of the tier. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Never played the originals, but I'm enjoying where they're going with it. I know this game didn't get the same reaction as Remake did, because people sort of know that it's not following the original story now, but I'm okay with that. I think it's got some confusing motivations, but I'm interested to see where it ends up. Black Myth Wukong, I think, was a really solid Souls-like. And it didn't really fit into the exact Souls-like. There's a lot more almost Neo influence, where you don't well, actually no, Neo had a ton of different weapons. It didn't fit into any real specific box, but I really liked it. I guess that's really all I can say. I'm looking forward to the DLC for it, but yeah, that's all I really got to say. Silent Hill 2 remake. Obviously, it's a remake. Never played the original, but sound design, story, acting, all really solid. All incredibly well done, for as much as people were worried about Bloober Team. So that goes up on A tier. Stalker 2, I haven't actually finished yet, but so far I'm liking it enough to put it in A tier. Unless it really, really craps out in the second half. Obviously it's got problems, it's got performance issues, it's got weird voice acting, but it's got a classic Bethesda sort of feel to it, where I don't really mind just exploring the wasteland, doing quests, even if it is harder. Dragon's Dogma 2, again, a flawed game. Maybe this should have been... This is probably a low A tier, because it did have a lot of stuff from the previous game, which is pretty old, but it had a lot of unique, fun stuff, even if I wasn't a fan of every mechanic in it. It's kind of a shame that I think the creator left Capcom, so probably never getting another one, but it's still worth picking up and playing. Infinite Wealth, I think, improved a lot on what Like a Dragon did, and had a really confusing but heartfelt story. It just had a bit of a rough start, if I'm being honest. Another Crab's Treasure, solid Souls-like. And not really much more to say to it than that. Kind of a weak ending, but... And, it had, half of a message of, littering, but also, being pushed over, pushed around, and I don't really know what I was supposed to get out of it. Other than, it was fun. On the first time playing A tier, Judgment, again, it's got flaws. The stealth stuff, what didn't always land, the investigation wasn't always great, but it was a unique experience that I wasn't expecting from, being a Yakuza spin-off. And I'm looking forward to playing Lost Judgment next year. Going down to B tier, we've got Astrobot, which I know that's a contender for Game of the Year, and it's a really solid game, but it's really just a short platformer that had 5 or 6 little gimmicks that based around the, like, most of them based around the adaptive triggers on the PlayStation. Not a bad game. It's a good game, but I think it fits in the B tier. Same thing with Angerfoot, where solid idea, good execution, and probably is somebody's Game of the Year, but not mine. I think it was just a one-time playthrough for me. I'm sure there are people who have already done every single challenge and gotten leaderboards and whatever. Honestly, actually, I'm doing this live. We are moving Black Ops down to C tier. I'm doing this as a live edit. We're gonna move Black Ops down to C tier. We're gonna talk about that later. So I guess moving over to first time playing, Pseudogalia, kind of same sentiment I had toward Angerfoot. Solid idea, solid execution, bit of an unclear Metroidvania, but fun, worth playing, pretty cheap. Like a Dragon, I'm not a huge fan. I'm gonna be saying this a lot. Not a huge fan of turn-based. Had some struggles with it, but good story. Pretty fun class system. I ended up playing a decent bit, but I definitely think Infinite Wealth improved upon it in almost every regard. Thousand Year Door remake. I've got 2 remakes here on the list. Good game, fun gameplay, not super deep, not super crazy, but it's a fun game. Control. Ambitious game, great looking game, loved the aesthetic of it, but I don't know, the upgrade system where it's like plus 5% headshot damage and like random drops and you're just fun idea. I'm looking forward to Control 2 where they hopefully polish things up. Going down to C tier, Plucky Squire, where I think that they kind of stumbled a bit with the execution of the concept, especially when they show off the concept art, and the concept art looks like it was going to be a more fun experience. Like, I was expecting more jumping between mediums, and you do that a little bit. You go outside the book, you're in 3D, you hop into a few different things, but it's not what I was expecting when I saw the big concept art. Or not concept, the teaser trailer. Mario and Luigi Brothership, I haven't finished it. Maybe it's got a really cool ending, but right now it takes a while to get going. The gameplay is very simple, which for some people, that's probably a plus. For me, I like a bit more depth in my mechanics and all that fun stuff. It's okay. It's a sale game, which doesn't really happen with a Nintendo, but I'd say it's a sale game. And a new addition to the C tier, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which could probably even go lower, but I'll keep it here for now. The campaign is fun. Haven't played a ton of the zombies. Played through like 1 or 2 of the Easter eggs. Multiplayer is fine, but they're... I guess my rating is affected by the company itself, because they're shoving a bunch of AI art and firing actors because they want AI protection, and they're not giving it to them. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and skip on whatever they do next year. Like, I was saying that about this year, and I heard, oh, the campaign is great. Oh, you gotta play it. And it's got a fun zombie level. but it's very short. It ends kind of prematurely. They do a good variety of things in it, but I can't continue to support the game if they're gonna continue to pump out crap with AI. So that's my stance on that. All the way over to my only first time playing C tier is Quantum Break, because high concept, mixed real-time movie and gameplay with like the real actor stuff and branching timelines. You play through it multiple times, get a different story a little bit each time. It was a cool idea that I think that they realized didn't really work out that well, but you know, it's got okay shooting and replay value and a lot of videos and good performances. But definitely a sale game. Got nothing in D tier, and the thing that might make some people upset is all the way down in E tier I've got Stellar Blade, because it's one of the few games that I'm not planning on finishing for this channel, which doesn't happen very often, because normally I only play games if I think I'm going to enjoy them. And I didn't really know what to expect with Stellar Blade, but it was disappointing in a lot of different regards, including gameplay, and so I got through like 9/10 of the game, and I'm just sort of, you know what, I'm good. I don't think that what's left in the game would raise this score up at all. Maybe playing through it again and like learning more in-depth mechanics, I don't know, but not for me. But there we go. Looking at Jeff Keighley's Game of the Year tier list, I played 4 out of the 6. I'm not including Shadow of the Erdtree on this list, because it was a fun DLC. It was definitely more Elden Ring, which is good. I would have probably put it in B to A tier, somewhere around there. I didn't play Balatro, didn't play Metaphor. I think my Game of the Year would be Black Myth Wukong. It's a fun experience that I think is worth picking up if you like Souls-likes. Final Fantasy VII improved upon Remake in a lot of different ways. Open world, quick loading, all the mini-games, combat's more involved. You got the combo attacks, a lot of fun stuff that I think I'm looking to see what they do in the future, but I can't say it's like my Game of the Year. I guess that's as simple as I can say it. As I said with Astrobot, solid game. I don't think Game of the Year. But there we go. There's my tier list. I think playing, let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 games in a year. Like 1.5 per month. That's pretty good. I don't know. Maybe I should have played more. Maybe I should expand my horizons. But overall, as you can see for my new games, a lot of stuff in A tier. It's a pretty good year for gaming, for as far as I'm concerned. But there we go. That's my sort of 2024 games in review. So, thanks for watching. Let's see what wins tonight at Jeff Keighley's Game of the Year Awards. And see if any of my picks get up there. I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.